Well, the Republican Party has been defined over the past 4 years by its loyalty to President Donald Trump. The party's usual excuses for Trump fell short against the scene of mobs occupying some of American democracy's most sacred spaces. Paul Helmke, the director of the Civic Leaders Center at IU School of Public and Environmental Affairs, joins us now to talk about what's going on in Washington and the future of the Republican Party. Thank you so much for being with us. I just want to start, just kind of get your take. What led to what transpired at the Capitol in Washington Wednesday?
What a horrible day. What a sad day for American democracy. And it really deals with challenging the final results of the election. And the results of the election were final by any constitutional or legal measure when the when the electors voted on December 14th. People forget 20 years ago in the Bush v. Gore case, Supreme Court said all of your contests, all of your objections, all of your legal fights have to be done before the Electoral College votes. So this has been over since December 14th. Anyone who tried to convince people, and that includes President Trump, some of our electeds, that there was still a chance, they were going against the Constitution. They planned this session on January 6th. They had a rally. President Trump told them to go to the Capitol and to fight, and we saw the consequences.
There's talk of invoking the 25th Amendment or impeachment to remove the president from office. Do you see either of those happening less than 2 weeks remaining in Trump's term?
It's there's not much time left to do either. I think it's probably the most important thing is to let the president know that folks have their eye on him and they're not going to allow him to stray any further. But I think that needs to be done perhaps by the House starting the impeachment proceedings quickly. The 25th Amendment works more quickly than impeachment, but that's something, if Trump objects to it, it then goes back to the House and the Senate and there'd be a vote. So that would delay things too. Congress needs to send the message that this behavior will not be tolerated, and we don't want to see anything like that till January 20th. This is a dangerous time for us.
How do you think history wound up judging the actions of the president that led to the insurrection that we saw at the Capitol?
I think January 6th is going to define the Trump presidency now. Any good things he might have done, other bad things that he might have done are going to pale in comparison to asking a mob basically to try to undo the democratic election, to try to undo the constitutional process. People have been jailed for less incendiary things than the president said on Wednesday.
All right, Paul Helmke, thank you very much for being with us today.